And a detective described this movie theater as a war zone still, with blood splattered about, people's things strewn about everywhere, and even a setup for a kid's birthday party that's still intact. This all tonight as this community begins to cope. What united this small crowd tonight on the university campus,
tell them you love them,
was pain and their disbelief about all that has transpired in the last day in this Lafayette community.
She was so important to this community. Even people who didn't really know her, they adored her store.
He's referring to 33-year-old Jillian Johnson, one of the women killed in last night's mayhem, someone described as a creative force. And then there's 21-year-old Macy Bro. She was the first target of 59-year-old John Russell Hauser.
She was scheduled to begin radiology school here at Lafayette General just in a few days, and just 2 weeks ago toured the facility. And
investigators described the crime scene as horrific, one they spent all day processing. Tonight they told us the shooter was methodical in what he did.
It just seems he purposely chose his seat up at the top where he had that vantage point over everybody. It seems like he chose, and we won't know, but it seems like he chose a theater that had an exit where he could get out to his car.
Detectives tell us he even left the keys on the tire of his car and tried to get out that side door, but
at that same time, a police unit was pulling into the parking lot. He re-entered the theater, fired some more rounds. We think 3 more rounds, and the 4th round, he took his own life.
Now, as this town begins to heal, police are left to wonder what Hauser was doing at this Motel 6, why there were disguises in his room, and why he came to Lafayette in the first place.
Me and my boyfriend could have been there, you know. Anyone could have been there. That could have happened to anyone.
Also interesting to note, police in this town are equipped with emergency responder kits. So in this case, these police were able to enter the movie theater quickly. They got here, detectives told us earlier, within minutes, and use those kits to quickly treat civilians, to treat the wounded. Detectives tell us that probably might have saved some lives.
Meantime, investigators have recovered the journals written by the gunman John Hauser as they try to find a motive for the shootings. The weapon was bought legally at a pawn shop in Alabama last year. As we heard from Josh tonight, Hauser had only been in Louisiana for a few weeks. Investigators found several wigs and other disguises in his room at a Motel 6. Hauser has reportedly had a history of mental health issues and recently started posting hate-filled messages online, praising Adolf Hitler and advising people not to underestimate the power of the lone wolf.